blessed Son of God, you're with me in this place, seated so far above, yet with me in this place. You are holy, so holy. What more can I say? You are holy, so holy. I can't look away. I can't look away. Nothing's impossible when you are in this place. But the greatest of miracles is that you are in this place. You are holy, so holy. What more can I say, Lord? You are holy, so holy. I can't look away. I can't look away. I can't look away.
Taya and John, good to see you guys. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for having us. Good to
That's
be
awesome. We're actually here in Nashville, which is amazing. Getting to talk about these songs finally.
here. Yes.
And but talk about this song, really beautiful. All Eyes on You, and it's just this is such an intimate song. I was listening to it a lot over the last few days, and in some ways it feels like you're in your quiet place just worshiping Jesus,
Yeah.
and but you're drawn into that, and I found myself just like, in that moment this morning, even as I was listening. But talk about the
I
song,
love
just
that.
the ideas behind it, and how it came about.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you for having us. And I do love this song as well. I got to go to a Canadian conference, and it was 2019. And it was the first time I've actually been a guest at another conference. So I was like, all ears, just like a bit nervous. And there was this beautiful older gentleman that was sharing the word, Pastor Darrell Johnson. And he has this mandate where he's just trying to make sure people know who it is, particularly the young worshipers, who it is that we actually are worshiping and giving the theology behind it. And he spoke this message, something changed in the heavenlies, and when it did, it changed something on earth. And it was Isaiah 6, and it was Revelations 4 and 5. And I haven't been able to get it truly out of my spirit ever since I heard the message. And so it's Isaiah 6, and it was Isaiah's vision. He had this amazing vision of, just like a glimpse into heaven and what was happening and going on. And he talked about the seraphim stood above him, which are amazing angels, each having 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called out to the other and said, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." And the foundations of the thresholds trembled at the voice of him who called out, and then talked about the temple filling with smoke. And then he quickly read, as I will as well, Revelations 4 and 5, and it gives a scene in heaven as well. And so it was kind of exactly the same, except for the fact that the 4 living creatures, each one of them having 6 wings, are full of eyes around and within, and day and night they do not cease to say, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God, the Almighty, who was and who is to come." And when the living creatures give glory and honor and thanks to him who sits on the throne, to him who lives forever and ever, the 24 elders will fall down before him who sit on the throne, and they will worship him who lives forever and ever. And they will cast their crowns before the throne, saying, "Worthy are you, O Lord our God, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and because of your will they existed, and they were created." And the difference between those 2 scenes, even though they were described almost exactly identical, is the fact that those seraphim, they were all eyes. And so something changed, and the difference was Jesus came, and he changed something, even on earth and in the heavenlies. And then not only that, but there are 24 elders now accepted and welcomed into the presence of God to worship at his feet. And the fact that, back in the Bible times before, in the Old Testament, before Jesus came, they had these amazing people who would kind of minister to God in his presence, and they would wrap ropes around them just in case they had, a hidden sin that they hadn't told anyone about, and they just get struck down in the presence of God because he's so holy. And he's still the same God that he was back then, yet because of Jesus, we get to stand in his presence, and we get to stand before God, because when the Father looks at us, he sees the blood of his Son, and we're washed clean. And what a privilege it is to be in the presence of God. So that was the preface that I haven't still gotten over.
Wow,
and it's beautiful. And that's kind of how the song came about. I was just worshiping out of that, like, you are holy, so holy. What more can we say? And I was with my friend Will and Crocker, and we're kind of just like working on Zoom, because again, this is all over Zoom except for the last little portion last year that we got to meet face to face and go, "Hi, you're real, I'm real." Like, it's amazing. And so it's kind of early on. And then one of my friends took it to another friend, which I know is not like the usual kosher thing to do. I'll just say that. But it was such a gift because they sent it back, and I just cried. And I felt like it just put a full stop to everything that I was trying to describe and say, even though that person who is Mitch Wong, a very special little beautiful human. He's not little. We're actually probably the same height. But he's just anointed, and he just was able to express innately just the holiness of God. Like, you know, he's so, like, anyway, beautiful. And I'm just grateful.
Wow. And I feel like a lot of times as worship leaders, you know, vision or seeing is so much a part of worship. And so you're talking about Revelation, just all through that book of just like, it says, look, or I looked and I saw, you know, and, you know, just helping our congregations like open their eyes and get a glimpse of a little bit of who God is. You know, a lot of worship pastors will say, I can't get my congregation to worship, you know. It's like, how do I get in worship? It's like, they'll only worship if they see Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what I love about this song is it's very much like open your eyes and see, you know, what's happening in heaven, but also like what God's doing right now here.
Yes.
It's so awesome.
I love that. And hopefully they'll like kind of even, I don't know, just get, it kind of says it in the second verse, the miracle of the fact that like the most amazing thing is that you're actually here. We actually get to behold.
Amazing.
Like, yeah.
Wow, so good. But John, walk us through chord-wise what you're playing.
Yeah. So this one is in D. You can obviously do it in any key, but it's very simple. It starts with a D, which is a 1 chord, and then goes to a 2 chord, which is an E minor, then to the 4 chord, to the 5 chord, which is an A, back to the 1, and that's just the verse. Again, the verse, 1, to the 2 minor, to the 4, G, to the 5, A, and to the 1. And then the chorus starts on the 2 chord, 2 minor. You are holy, E minor, and then D over F sharp, which is just a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. And then 4, which is a G. What more? 5, A, can I say? 1, you are holy, E minor. 2 chords, so holy. D over F sharp, that 3, G, 4. What more can I say? Just let that hang on that 4 chord. And then there's a bridge, which there's a little melody, piano melody on the bridge that I'll teach you here with the right hand. It starts on the D, and I usually do the octaves with my thumb and my pinky. D, C sharp, D, ba, da, da, da. And then, so it's really just kind of the D chord that you're kind of messing around with a little bit there. And then again, over the G chord, all eyes on you, D, ooh. And that's kind of what TAYA is singing on the track too. And then to the G chord, da, 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 all eyes on you. And that's a B minor chord, A chord, G chord. So again, that bridge is D or 1, G, 4, 6, 5, 4. And that's it.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
So good. Taya, thank you so much for sitting down and talking about these songs together. It's so exciting.
Thank you. You're very kind.
You are holy, so